All right, Tay, how's it going?
Good shit. Cool. What's going on, man?
Man, just, meeting you out here, man. That's what's up. Glad to see you over here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Back with the gang.
yeah, definitely. We
Mm-hmm.
did some good numbers last time, man. We did almost 1 million total views.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we was lit last time. I was looking at that shit like, damn, we got one up.
Yeah, it did good, man.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take it back again. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's some more stuff I think we could cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting from your past and
Yeah.
everything. Well, what was it like for you growing up in Chicago?
Oh, dangerous as hell. Fucked up, seeing a lot of shit you don't never really get to see. And a lot of, like, I got a lot of friends and shit from a lot of other places and shit. So I'm always like asking other motherfuckers like how that shit, like how they shit was and what, about a certain age, what they was doing. And a lot of motherfuckers should be different. Some motherfuckers should be similar. But a lot of people, they should be different. Like even when I talk to street dudes, they be like, man, like y'all street life start like young as hell. Like you feel me? Like I start like a lot of you got some overly street dudes in other states that just start young as hell. But like the average Chicago male, if he was actually in the street for real, probably started at 12. You feel me? Probably younger than that, depending on what he was born into. You feel me? Because some niggas they born into shit like that. And by the time you could really make your own decisions, they ass be in that shit. Shit like me, that shit was like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? And really, we was in the streets before that. We just wasn't calling it gang banging. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas that I was running with, we was hanging with each other before then, but it wasn't like we was like, yeah, we a gang. We really never classified it as that, but it was wild as hell. And it make you look at shit weird as hell, because when you get to a certain age, you like, damn, I've been in this shit 10 years. Like, I was like 18 years old. No, matter of fact, when I first came home from the joint, I was like 20. I'm like, man, I've been in this shit like 10 years. I'm only 20. That shit wild as hell that you see all the shit that you see. Homies getting whacked and shit right in front of you at 13, 14. You feel what I'm saying? You seeing all type of arrests happen and shit. You feel me? Raids and investigations, shit that you see on TV. You be thinking like I don't know, like, motherfucker, I ain't ever say the shit on TV I used to see, I thought it was a game. I just thought it was overly exaggerated. Till I got in the streets and you find out, like, that shit real.
Yeah. Well, what was your family life like?
Um, Shit, I had a great family. I ain't gonna lie. I had a big-ass gang-banging family, too, on both sides. You know what I'm saying? But, my home, you wouldn't really even know it because I was brought up. I was raised great. Had a great upcoming and shit. Like, I seen a lot of shit as a kid, too, from my daddy and mama. You feel me? But it was like, it never, like, turned me into no vicious person or nothing. It was just growing up in the projects. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that niggas, like, our projects is gone. So you had to be, like, my age and older to even be really a project baby. You know what I'm saying? So, like me, I would come from the project. So, like, I was seeing shit that I really didn't even know I was seeing at the time because I was, like, ignorant as hell to the fact because I was a kid. But then I grow up and I think about them same memories like, damn, I was really around this and that. But
Yeah.
that shit, yeah,
You'd mentioned in an interview that your dad went to prison for 10 years when you were young.
Yeah, he went to prison. It was somewhere around there. Yeah, he went to prison and shit. I probably was like 10, 11 or some shit. And that shit, like, played a big role in all the other shit that went on after he went to the feds.
Yeah, so that had a big effect on you?
Yeah, because it's like shit, like my daddy, like I don't really, I never been like really with the like authority, you feel me? But like I could like, agree and disagree with my parents, you know what I'm saying? Or like follow what they say. And like my daddy, like he probably like, I don't know how he would have been because he a receptive guy too, and he a realized, like, how you say the word? He a realist. It's like, so him being like who he was in the streets, it's like he probably would have tried to keep me away from him. But if it would have got a hold of me for real, he would have just like tried to teach me to be as smart as possible. And by him being, I ended up getting locked up for pipe cases at 13, 14 years old. End up, just, like a lot of shit he went around to tell me about. I had to learn on my own and like go to jail for real and shit, because he went there to really give me the game. So
you think that had he been around, you probably would have went a different path?
I mean, either that or I would have been a way smarter criminal. Cause it's like, you know, as a parent, he gonna protect his son, you know. But if it get to like, cause like, you know, anybody in the streets, man, it's like, I don't want to say this cause I got a son, but it's like, you know, like you gonna try to keep your kids away from that cause you know what the outcome is, most likely. But like, once it's already manifesting and manifested already, like, it's nobody that could have took me away from the streets, not even my father. Like, because I didn't even know when I wasn't in the streets that I was low-key preparing myself for the real streets, because I was already running around, hanging outside, not coming straight home after school. You know me, I already had a little clique already. We all us end up basically becoming the same shit. So it's like, then where I was at, it was like it was a gang banging area, and it was predominantly one thing. So it was like anybody that was hanging over there, coming up over there, you was gonna end up being that. And I never basically, like, when I came from the projects, that's basically the area I was in. When the projects was up, when I went in the projects, and after the projects was gone, I was in that area. So it was like, it was already manifesting. So it would have been like, I can't even just just say that he would have full-fledged been able to take me out the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But he definitely could have tried, or, you know, he could have played a bigger role in me, like, not getting it so early. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting in 12 years old, like you still like a child at that time. Like, nigga, they could make a move. And when I'm 16, 17, you know, you basically smelling yourself at that time. You think you fake grown, you know what I'm saying? You about to graduate high school if you is, or at this point, you ain't even going to school like that. So it's just like, but me being that young, he probably could have, you know, got me out of there.
Yeah, got in there and at least, you know, helped a little.
Yeah.
Do you know what he went to prison for?
Yeah, drugs.
Drug case?
Yeah, some drugs.
And I think I seen somewhere that his partners snitched on him.
Yeah, it was some people in this case that he knew that had snitched on him and shit that I knew.
Yeah. So after he was gone is when you started getting involved in everything.
Yeah.
What year did 600 start?
09.
09. And who started 600?
D Thang.
D Thang?
Yeah.
Okay.
D Thang was my dead homies. I got him right here. R.I.P. Devon. He started that. Him and Lil Boo.
Oh, him and Lil Boo?
Yeah,
oh,
Lil
okay.
Boo. He dead too. Both of them dead. They were best friends and shit.
Okay. And so these were like your older homies? Were they your age or?
I mean, like, they was like niggas that I knew, like, looked up to. But like, these was my homies though. They weren't like another bigger crowd of niggas who I didn't hang with or something. Like, they was like my age. Like, D Thang probably would be like 25, 26 if he was alive. Lil Boo would have been like 26. You know, but it's like, yeah, these was like big bro now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't just like niggas like, you know, them the big homies. Like, nah. They was big bro now. I mimicked and I learned everything from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to mimic the street shit, at least everything. I mimicked it from them.
Oh, okay. What was your friendship like with the Lil Boo?
Lil Boo, shit. Lil Boo was the one that I got close to first. He basically like taught me everything that I know. And D Thang, like, actually when me and D Thang first met, we had a problem with each other. But Lil Boo was like the nigga that told me everything. Like, man, when I first got in the streets, I had a lot of the habits that I had to break and shit because I just was just a kid. Like, I used to walk with my head down. You know what I'm saying? I used to like do all type of this slow ass walking and shit. Like, walking my head down. The slow walking was like one of the most biggest pet peeves he had, because he's like, bro, it's war out here. You can't be walking with your head down and shit. And you walk slow as hell. If you walking on the street, like on a main street, bro, you need to be walking fast as hell. You don't even need to be walking on the main street. Hit gangways, hit cuts, jump gates. Find different ways to maneuver and get places, bro. You don't need to be out like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to learn that shit. And he just taught me everything. Like, he was just teaching me hella shit, bitches, anything. You know what I'm saying? And then with me and Lil Boo, we was just like the same type of motherfucker, low key. Like, temper, you feel what I'm saying? Wild as hell. So it's like me coming up under him, it was just like, it was perfect for me, because he basically turned me into a better street nigga, which is basically a better version of myself if you a street guy.
Yeah. What are some other things that they would teach you back
I
then?
mean, shit, they just taught you everything. Shit, like how to get them at, maneuver and shit through the streets, and when certain situations hit, how to react. You know what I'm saying? How to goddamn like shit straps, all that type of shit. How to do this shit. Niggas going teaching motherfuckers how to go on drills, all type of shit. Because I wasn't like a drug selling gangbanger. That was never my thing. Even though that was like my people's thing, that wasn't my thing. So I just was never, I was focused on the other shit around that was going on in the streets. I never sold drugs, so I never wanted to learn nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to know about all the other hot shit.
Okay, what about D Thang? Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Shit, they the same. Like, that's why they was like that. Like, them niggas, they don't sell drugs and none of that shit. They was straight hotheads trying to pop some outrageous, gangbanging, tough guys. And they both probably weighed 130, 40 pounds wet all the way up, even until they were getting older. Like, they was some little scrawny niggas for the most part, but they was tough. They was hard. You know what I'm saying? They was respected, feared, all that. You know what I'm saying? And me coming up, I used to like, yeah, bro, never turn. I gotta get like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I admire, shit like that.
What was the effect on 600 when they died?
I mean, see, they died so like 4 years apart. But it's like, D Thang was kind of like one of the first bodies that came. He came after Baldy, which is our first dead homie we ever had. You know what I'm saying? That shit came in July 2011. And then in September he came, and like Baldy was my big brother too. You know what I'm saying? But I seen Baldy every day. We was on the block together. But Baldy was like a different type of nigga. Anybody that like, if you watch this interview, any of us that know Baldy know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Baldy and D Thang was just like two different type of niggas. Baldy was a original gang member. Like, he was one of the first in that area, period. His shit go back further than all of ours, you know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, it's like Baldy was kind of on a more, he'll knock you out and he don't do a lot of talking, you know what I'm saying? Baldy, cool, calm, collective, but he a real street nigga and he respected, you know what I'm saying? He just chill. D Thang rowdy, you know what I'm saying? He gang involved. Baldy was gang banging too. That was our homie from the block, you know what I'm saying? He 600, D block, all that shit. That was that. But he was just chill. He was more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? He was more to himself too. You know what I'm saying? Quiet. D Thang, it was like, not to say like it had different, like it was a bigger or smaller effect because of how he was. It was just like, D Thang, when it hit, it fucked with a lot of the younger crowd. When Baldy hit, it hurted all of us, but it hurted the older niggas way more. You know what I'm saying? Because Baldy, like, when you coming up, all the older niggas that's probably like almost 30 now, they had a lot longer to be around him and be closer to him. You feel me? What I'm saying? So D Thang, like, he the younger crowd, and like when you a young nigga, like a lot of the young niggas didn't even one even just coming in to this gang banging shit to 2010, 2011. So when Baldy died, it's like we just met him, but. Well, for a lot of niggas, it was like that. It wasn't like that for me. But like a lot of niggas, they like, man, we ain't get to know Baldy, or we weren't around Baldy doing the shit we was doing. We didn't get that from Baldy. We ain't learn that from Baldy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
D Thang was like, damn, it's like our mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this nigga who showed us how to get down, how to stand 10 toes. Nigga, he showed us shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Baldy was one of them niggas, like, he was a real gang member, but he ain't the motherfucker we trying to like run behind, you know what I'm saying? He was real respected, you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I word it in a way where I don't sound like I'm disrespecting him. It's like he very respected. He very, like he was one of them guys for sure. But D Thang was a nigga who the young niggas my age, we mimicked him. We tried to learn from him. He showed us shit. He played the role in our life a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like literally grabbed our hand type shit. So that's how it was. It was crazy. That we didn't know how to take that shit. Like, D Thang, the nigga that when shit happened, nigga, he first one over there. Now, something happened to him. Now we gotta go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta really step our shit up. So, You know, it was tough. We still didn't even know really how to cope with the shit from Baldy, and we lost him, and then we lost another real game member like 2 weeks later. So now we just really our heads fucked up. We 14 years old, and we like, damn, bro, we ain't just even had no dead homies 2 months ago, and a month and a half ago, we ain't even have no dead homies. From the end of July to mid-September, 3 of them gone. And we just like, damn, bro, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. It'd be a hard pill to swallow.
Damn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is the 3 dead homies within a couple months.
Within 40 days.
Damn.
3 dead homies within like 40 days. You know what I'm saying?
So this was like 2011, you said?
Yeah, this 2011.
So this was when it was really going on.
Like, it's like when everything first jumped off from 10 to 11, like the shit, 600 became what we was in 09. But between like it was a lot of rap beef shit going on in 2010, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was warm, but we didn't have no dead homies. Other niggas did, but we didn't, you know what I'm saying? 2011 was when we first felt that strike, like, damn, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We felt it. And it was hard, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know how to cope, and then it's like, nigga, we lost 2 more. Basically back to back.
Right.
Like within a fucking 10, 12 day thing, we lose 2 more of the guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, back then, it's hitting like not no goofies. Like a lot of niggas nowadays, cause so many niggas that was really in this shit heavy, they didn't got killed or locked up. That it's a lot of goofies getting killed nowadays in the street shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that just claim shit but never really put in no work, never really sold no drugs. But back then, most niggas that was out here, you played a role in this shit, damn near a big role or a major role. And it's like, so when we losing 3 of the guys, it's like, damn, these the guys. We just was like, damn, we felt that pain. That shit was some shit we ain't never felt then. Shit, February of the next year. So it's this September now. Shit, 4.5 months later, there go another real gang member. That was like Baldy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, now it's like, damn, G, like we really gotta, like it's really like that now. You feel me? Like it's basically a 6-month stint. Like from July to February of the next year, 4 dead homies. So it's like we really was feeling it. We was feeling it hard at this time. We feeling it hard. Then I'm getting these calls because I ended up having to go to high school. All this shit happened in like my freshman year of high school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in high school in another town in my city. Like I'm not even in Chicago. I'm in high school somewhere in Joliet. And it's like everything that's happening is happening where I'm gone. Like ain't nothing even, like I'm steady at school. I'm getting calls about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm in school. Like I don't even know how to cope with this shit. Like that shit was fucking me up. Like my freshman year of high school, I stayed in trouble. Like I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And it just was like, and it's like I was sent there to stay out of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I couldn't. Like I couldn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was fucking me up in school, and I was so far away from the action. I was going home, getting into shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it just ultimately led me to drop out of high school completely.
Yeah. What's the difference between 600 and Brick City?
Shit, just older and younger. You know what I'm saying?
So Brick City would be like the older homies?
Yeah. And then 600, we was the younger niggas. You know what I'm saying? 600 was basically made by the young, for the young. You know what I'm saying? That's why when we started having words, it was like, if we being honest, no nigga over 26 is 600 for real. You know what I'm saying? No nigga over 26 is 600 for real. If you 26 and older, or that's what I say, 27 and older, because I know the nigga, tall folks, he probably the oldest member from 600 that's really 600. Tall folks.
Everybody else would be Brick City?
Everybody else that's older than him or his age and older, they Brick City. You know what I'm saying? Like, 600, we just took over. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we took over our own, like, took over our big homies. We just became the name. Like, when we first got known, people were still just referring, oh, that's Shorty them from the Bricks. You feel me? Like, Even when we made 600, it was first like, yeah, shorty them from the bricks. That's shorty them from the bricks. Ain't y'all from the bricks? Because that's what they called us. Like, our big homies, the bricks is the 59. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Brick City, if you came to our hood, it's like, the alley is like bricks. Like real bricks, not even like cement. Bricks in our alley. So like, Funny was on some Brick City shit. And we was like the younger version of Brick City. And then like, slowly but surely, 600 started becoming the household name of our area. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, oh yeah, the shorty them, that's little shorty them from the bricks. No, that was little shorty them from the 6. You feel me? And then it just came to the point where like 600 was just becoming 600. Like it wasn't even, none of that shit over there was referred to that. You know what I'm saying? None of it. None of it was referred to none of that. It was like, man, this shit was referred to just Brick City. And now it's flipped. It's 600 now. Everything is 600. Everything from 59th to 61st, from King Drive to motherfucking Prairie, that's 600. Nah, it wasn't no more Big City.
Okay, all right. I seen in the interview that you had the type of house that everybody slept over, like the hangout house.
Yeah.
What was that like? Who all was hanging out with you guys?
I mean, it was just like shit. Like, it really like, all right, let me just put it like this. It wasn't even like it was like, because when you say it like that, it just make it sound like it's just, because you know, I got an idea of hangout houses, and them bitches not really respected. They ain't really clean. They ain't really like got the home setting. Like, my crib was just a very, like my mother just was very understanding. And when my mama really figured out, like after I caught that first pipe case as a real young kid, when I get like, because before that I tried to like shield so much of what I was actually doing outside of her house from her. Like, and I know like now that I know my mama, like I thought I was outsmarting her back then, but she probably already knew the shit I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And she probably had an idea. I'm coming in the crib high, trying to act like I ain't high. She probably knew I was high. You know what I'm saying? She just not saying shit though, because she already know like I'm out here. This is where I'm from. I've been over here forever. So if she try to intervene, it's going to probably make me rebel. You know what I'm saying? And she just was like, anything that y'all feel like y'all got to go outside and do, y'all can do in y'all crib. That don't mean go out and just go in the house and just disrespect it and, you know, no, it wasn't nothing like that. We had a very nice house, you know what I'm saying, very nice apartment, 2 flat, upstairs, downstairs, stayed clean, stayed thorough, you know, it just, my mama, she just understood that it was a lot going on outside in the streets, and like literally, cause we lived in the hood, so as soon as I step out her door, I'm in the field. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always finding the reason around the door. So she just wanted to, and she was always gone. She was at work, so she enjoyed when she could come home and I'm in the crib. So she just figured out a way to just try to keep me in the crib a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you can have your homies, you don't gotta go over dude crib and fuck a bitch, because you could have a girl over here. You don't gotta go to his house or stand over there because you want to smoke with your homie. You can smoke here. You can smoke in your room. You can smoke in the backyard or whatever. You know, you could do that at your house. You don't gotta go and make all these other places that's not safe for you your hangout spot when you can do most of that shit at your crib. That don't mean, yeah, it's 50 niggas in here. No, it's 50 of it's my homies here, my circle. We in my room chilling. It'll be 20 niggas in my room. We chilling, relaxing, talking, gang banging, whatever. Door closed, we smoking, you know, doing what we do. Or we might be some of us in the front, you know what I'm saying? How it depends on how I got it up. But it was never like, no, yeah, we at Tay shit. Nah, boy, because some days it'll be like, nah, we ain't at my shit. We ain't at my shit. You know what I'm saying? The nigga wasn't going to play with me to the point where it was like, we going to treat him or disrespect this crib. Nah. And then it's like a lot of niggas that I was around me, like I kind of could say I was a more fortunate street nigga. Like a lot of niggas that I was hanging around didn't even have the privileges I had. You know, they ain't have the like safe haven I had. A lot of them ain't have shit, honestly. When I ain't have shit, I still had more than a lot of niggas I hung around. So I had a lot of more shit to give, huh? He go, bro, lay on the couch, bro, good. You don't got nowhere to go tonight. Go on, slide right here, spend the night. Or, you don't, bro, I go a couple pair, you know, American Eagle pants. And, you know, like, I done did that shit for countless amounts of my homies. And I had no problem doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely would do that shit for any nigga that I really fucked with. And it's a lot of shit that I'll do for any nigga I fucked with. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas I fucked with didn't have shit. And that just was like what I knew, and I had to understand that, and I tried to provide as much for the niggas that I hung with that didn't have shit as possible. And if that was me providing somewhere for them to stay 2-3 nights out of the week, that's what I was gonna do. It was to the point where I wasn't even letting bitches sleep in my crib. We come, hoes sliding over, we fucking the hoes, and I'm putting them out. I can't lay up with a bitch, bro. I gotta sleep in the bed with two of the guys. And I don't know weird shit like, man, bro, we in this bitch, we thug, we all laid across the bed like this. We ain't even laying this way, we laying this way. I'm gonna lay right here, you lay right there, you lay right there. I got a little couch enough, folks could fall back on that couch too, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming. That's why I was just like that, you know what I'm saying? I just sheltered my niggas. I made it as comfortable as I could for my people. That's just how I was taught. Cause I'm from the project, so that's what I knew. That's how you kind of raised in the project, cause you always be basically, it's all family. Like anybody in the same project building, y'all gonna be wired up from the first floor to the 16th floor or whatever many project floors you got. Y'all basically, everybody gonna be family because these projects been up forever and everybody that's been in here most likely been in here forever. It's hardly new tenants in projects, bro. Motherfuckers in that bitch, everybody been that's in the, and just, we just been around each other forever. And that's why I left when my projects got knocked down. That's kind of something that stuck with me. Some project baby habits.
Oh, okay. Oh, so your projects isn't there anymore?
Nah, there's no projects at all, period, in my city. There's no projects at all in my city.
All right. Is there any stories you can share
From the projects?
from hanging out with maybe LA Capone or?
Oh yeah, shit, we got hella stories from me and bro, like a lot of shit. It's just a lot. That's why when people ask me, I be like, yeah, I got a lot of stories. It just be like, I gotta literally sit and think. Cause we got so many, I just can't even like, damn, think of one. It's hella wild shit, funny shit. You know,
Wild parties or something, or?
Man, me and bro, man, just hang around each other so long. The parties and shit was the shit that, cause when we was gangbanging, parties was like, unless they was on the block, parties was meant for just peeping scenes and getting hoes. It wasn't really for enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? You peeping the scene, you trying to get some little hoes in the midst, but you watching it. Cause back then it was like parties was like, it's 9 hoods in the same party. Nobody really into it, but nobody likes each other like that either. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, anything go up at this time. Cause it's like, it's 9 hoods in here. None of us like each other, but none of us into it. Nobody knows really nobody. So that means nobody knows how nobody really coming, or scatter nobody, or respect nobody. So you step on the wrong nigga's shoe, it's about to go up. He don't know you kill people. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't know who the fuck you is. Or none of that. So it's like, at this point, nobody get no fuck about nobody. I'm scared of nobody. So we just in the parties. We got a lot of hood shit, memories, funny shit, fights and shit me and him have going on with each other. We used to fight. Not fist fight, but just like settle our differences, smacking the shit out of each other and shit like that.
I seen an interview, you had mentioned that a lot of your ops you used to be friends with when you were kids. Mm-hmm. How old were you when you met Scrap?
Scrap. Oh, Scrap from MOB. Man, I was young as hell, man. Me and Scrap was probably like, I would say, how old you is when you were in like 5th or 4th grade?
Is that like 10?
Shit, I probably was that young. Shit. Yeah, cause Scrap, then that's why I be saying this is what was preparing me for gang. Like, I was going to school. And matter of fact, this before then. That was before even that. But, like, me and Scrap, we just met because, like I said, a lot of the odds before we was actually in tour with them. We just used to, well, how can I say, like, we used to go to a lot of functions with them. Like, we had this place called the Center. It was a Boys and Girls Club. And they was, like, going too. And, like, this was, like, my homie Mac, he was going to school with them. They was all going to Carter and shit, which was a school that, as we got a little older, my school and his school was in tour with each other. Like, we would do school fights and shit like that. Come to each other's schools before and after school, fighting, arguing and shit. But Mac was going to the op school. This one of our homies, but he going to their school. And it's like, he was going there before the friction had started. So he was friends with a lot of them niggas too. He was bringing a lot of them niggas our way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we young, we ain't having no beef with them, and we end up rocking with them. And Scrap was one of them niggas. We knew how to play basketball and shit, and we was goddamn it, just rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? He was a little tough guy too. He had some heart. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't scared. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we was just like ooh, we gonna fuck with him. You feel me? And we never knew what was gonna grow older and end up becoming of us and Scrap and how that shit was gonna happen. So it's like these just my thoughts as a kid before all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know I feel a whole different way about him now. Not as like how he is personally, but just like my look on him personally because who he ended up becoming later. But at this point in time, as kids, it's like one of my peoples. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my peoples.
Yeah. How did that? Was it kind of weird now that when you guys end up your hoods are beefing and I don't know how your feelings are towards him, but your friends probably would like to get him. His friends would probably like to get you. But you guys have been boys, when you guys were close and shit.
Yeah, and that's just really one of them times when you gotta really cause look, it was this situation where it was with Mac. Mac, like I told you, he our homie from my way, but he was going to school with them. And it was like the tension was slowly but surely building. You feel me? It was slowly but surely building to the point where we steady telling Mac, bro, it's finna get to a point where it's about to be us or them with you. You know what I'm saying? And Mac, he a original member from my end too, and it's my cousin. So it's like we all bearing, we trying to be as patient as we can with the situation because this Mac, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, it's about to start being guns blazing with them niggas, bro. It's about to be you in which ways you want, cause once guns drawn, you know what it is, bro. And you call what either side, you are out to the other. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up picking the side, he picked our side, but it was just it was a hard pill to swallow. These is your everyday homies too. You seeing these niggas before you seeing us, cause you in school from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta come gangbang with us. But it's at the end of the day, I still gotta go to school with these niggas, bro. Y'all talking about we finna get into it, bro. I still go to school. You know what I'm saying? I gotta drop out of school too when I gotta do this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is it was a hard pill to swallow. But it's with me, that's once you learn that, you gotta be man, you gotta, some niggas be having rules and shit with they self. They probably wouldn't tell it to the rest of they niggas. Say for instance, before he ended up doing what he doing, if a motherfucker would have caught Scrap, nigga probably would have, depending on who it is, he probably would have given him a pass. Nigga, I knew you before this shit. You feel what I'm saying? But nigga, it's on with your homies. You feel me? But Scrap ended up doing some shit that had 600 on his ass forever. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it was up after that, and he ended up getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, the streets caught up with him because they had toured with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up becoming one of them victims of the streets. But it's before all that, it's he was gonna be a victim to somebody. But it was just the niggas probably that knew him before this shit probably would have been because the niggas in the streets do get passes because a lot of people that people went to it with, they knew. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that turn into ops they don't be just people you never knew. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of I don't really think no hood that I've been in tour with or my hood been in tour with we wasn't cool with them first. That's just anybody from any hood I can sit on the top of my head and think of. I don't think none of the niggas from over there we didn't know or hang with or go to school with before we got into it. Because in Chicago, the quarters is too close. It's just every block is we damn near sharing blocks at this point. You know what I'm saying? We literally is. We both be on Indiana, but y'all be on 59th or 58th in Indiana. We be on 59th, 60th. And it's we got a threshold. You feel me? We gotta share the same block. Y'all don't cross this street, we don't cross that street. And from this side is ours and that side is y'all's.
Okay, all right. So you guys all knew each other. Most people, you know, you at least had some mutual friends here and there. There was no way none of this could have been prevented. What made it get out of control the way it did?
Really, honestly, what's so fucked up is when you young, a lot of niggas don't even know why they into it with a lot of niggas. When you get in this street, when you get in this street shit, like your older homies really don't never tell you. They just tell you what it is. They don't tell you why it is what it is. And niggas like me, cause I don't never like riding for shit without knowing what the fuck, why is this like this. I know, you know, what the fuck shit be, but at that point in time, you don't even be giving no fuck. You just be trying to be loyal to your niggas. Like, don't give a fuck if y'all are to it about a bitch, nigga. This my side. If we on their ass, nigga, we on their ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? But once it's up, nothing can be really prevented. People always trying to step in past us older street niggas that think like that old shit they did before we was born gonna carry weight. A lot of niggas try to get into shit and try to stop it, but that shit 100% of the time doesn't work. Not even like 90. That shit never works. Like, cause once a nigga die, and it's like niggas, even if a nigga don't die, because this was once upon a time where nobody was dead, but it's like, bro, motherfucker pop dude, or man, a motherfucker blew at him. It's a lot of shit that niggas is gonna take personally and they not willing to let go. So it's like once you do certain shit, it's no coming back from it. You know what I'm saying? And once there's no coming back from it, you end up like what's going on now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So you know, at this time you're probably going, I think, high school. Mm-hmm. How old were you when you met Chief Keef?
But I wasn't even going to high school. So we was in like, young as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't even remember how young we was when I met him because we was young as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we just like seeing him. Like I been knowing him. Like this way before high school. This way before middle high. If that whatever grades them is middle high. That's like great, like 7th, 8th grade and shit. But
Junior high?
I met folks a long ass time ago, man. That shit, like, I'm 23. I probably knew him like I knew him over 10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? That shit way a long ass time ago.
I seen in an interview where you talked about you guys used to get in a lot of fights with GDs.
It's just
can you
like.
share a story?
Yeah, it's just
some
like.
fights?
It wasn't even like it was really fights. It's just like motherfuckers just trying to move these niggas around. Like, and it's like, how could I say this? Back in the day, we used to do a lot of muscle flexing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit. Niggas just want to see where your hands at. Like, back in the day, we used to play fight a lot. Like, not with each other, with GDs or niggas that we fucked with in school. Like, niggas meet up in the bathroom. You a bitch. You know, just playing and shit, you know? And motherfuckers really just trying, just want to see, okay. Lil Tay got them bitches. Or, ooh, Keef, I see you. You fake got them bitches, you know? Cause motherfuckers, this fighting at this time, we still fighting ops and shit. So motherfuckers want to see who, you know? So it's like, we just tweaking and shit. And then it started getting to the point where it was like, we had a lot of niggas in our school that was GD. And shit was popping off. Niggas was having to start just getting flipped. We started having personal issues with GDs, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, that was just us young at this time, being like young and like really standing on what we was on, because we was getting into it with the GD, like the ours was getting it on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we was trying to start a no GD policy in our area. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like we fuck with niggas that's GD now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of love and respect for GDs now. We older, wiser. But at this time, it was like we was just trying to create that motherfucking no fly zone. You know what I'm saying? And we was just meeting up. For them be outside of school, play fight, you know, because even if we play fight, you still gonna get hit. Motherfucker getting hit all in they shit. Doom, doom, doom. But sooner or later, shit get a little real. You know what I'm saying? And we just used to be in the bathroom, fighting the GDs. Motherfucker leave Miss Ross Bush class, because he was a grade older than me. He was a grade above me. But still, like, I'm still running around. I'm on the same shit, you know what I'm saying? And we got him at just catching niggas in the hallways. And I'm in class. I hear them. They still in the hallway. They still in the bathroom getting it on. I catch him and Aaron outside. They out. Him and Aaron, one of these GD niggas, they outside throwing punches to each other to the chest, just standing right there, seeing who could take punches and shit. Oh man, what the fuck? Fredo out here tweaking. Oh man, Fredo out here punching the shit out of each other. It's cold as hell. You ashy as hell. Motherfuckers out here punching on each other. See, I ain't got that type of strength. We gotta get serious. It's a little bit too you hit me a little too hard, folks. You know what I'm saying? But we just young niggas, man. We was just doing young nigga shit, trying to get them mark our territory and let them motherfucking know what we was on. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any situation that sticks out
Between who, us and the GDs, or like just
with you and Chief Keef?
Like on the bad side? Or
No,
just like,
on the good side. You know,
Nah, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got the, like, and I make sure I say this shit because I don't think a lot of niggas from my way do it enough. You know what I'm saying? I got, like, the utmost respect for folks on BD. Like, that's just, like, what I like, me seeing everything, like, being full-fledged front row, like, seat for everything that went down. Like, I've never, like, I probably have never, like, as far as how I see a motherfucker where they started at and what they was able to become on Lil Boo, I probably never have respect for another nigga how I respect folks. And that's not me dick riding or nothing. It's just me, like, real life. Like, when you understand certain shit wouldn't even happen if it wasn't for folks, then you start to appreciate the shit he did a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying nobody, include me, not talented enough to be a major recording artist, you feel what I'm saying? But before Shorty opened that door, it was a lot harder. Like, it was way harder. Like the shit we doing now, like every rapper in our city, even the niggas that don't got no ties to him, jumping in this shit, first couple videos doing 10, 20, 50,000, 100,000. Bro, you know how hard and unheard of that shit was and is in a lot of other states? It's niggas jumping in. When you jump in this rap game and you a nigga from, goddamn it, Little Rock, Arkansas, North Carolina, you ain't jumping in this shit your first video doing 5,000. Niggas be around here doing 4, 20, 30, 50, 100 likes. That's from you and everybody in your family you sent to that Plus Pray one time. Out here, bro, even our cameramans is lit. In my city, even our cameramans is lit, bro. Like, it's to the point where it's like, damn, bro, is you serious? Like, everybody out here reaping the benefits off Shorty. Like, I seen it. I was around, bro. My daddy and them hung with Bump J. I seen it when he was out. You know what I'm saying? He played a big role in a lot of shit. I mean, my daddy and them, like, it's just like my daddy and them knew a lot of these niggas, you feel me? I seen this shit with Ye. I remember this shit with Twister, like, and I was old enough to be around for all this shit, and my daddy was like a real music connoisseur. Like, he listened to hella music. That's how I know, and I'm familiar with a lot of throwback or old artists, not old school, but like early 2000s and shit like that. My daddy banged all that gangster shit, you feel me? Or all that shit that was hot. He banged that shit in his truck. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be in the back seat with my father, and I was listening to everything. Niggas in the city, like, niggas Slap Polaroid and all type of other niggas that was in the streets that was doing shit in my city. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, when he hit, it hit like a chain reaction. Like, nigga, everything after him was lit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas that was probably gonna get in and be lit was able to get in quicker and be litter. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no... And it's like, you appreciate it because it was like, he wasn't even the first to sign. I remember the shit when everybody was getting signed.
You guys started a wave.
Yeah, like, he started a wave, and he wasn't even the first to get, like, some money from this shit. I think folks in them from the Lamb had signed, like, that summer of 2012. Like, I think, if I'm familiar for it, was like, I think Dirk and Reese had signed in the summer of 2012, and then he came and signed in, like, December. But it was like the fact that he had when he got them M's and he touched that shit and he bro, that shit was wild, folks. And it was wild for every hood that he was involved with. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's like me coming up, seeing this shit. I'm not even trying to rap at this time. It's like, I'm just like, damn, I'm watching everything. I don't gotta care my heart for music at this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching everything. Then, like, me and Cap taking me he coming to grab me every day. I'm going to social crib, and I'm just like seeing the shit. Like, I'm just seeing the shit. Like, damn, bro, folks got cars, like, real live foreigns, straights. Like, he got this shit parked outside on the line. You know what I'm saying? He got this shit, like, bro got this, like, he really having this shit. Like, this shit you see on cribs, folks. This wasn't no shit we ever saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never seen no shit like this to the point, like, bro, you got a Manchester. I walked in your crib, bro, and I'm in this bitch and I'm hearing echoes and shit. You got the marble shit. You got like 6 rooms. You 6, 7 bedrooms, folk. You got, I'm talking about all type of like, everything that you got just screams you got money. And I just, like you got like you a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I know where you come from. I'm damn scared. And that's why I tell niggas all the time, bro, when you see a nigga like doing shit, especially if he doing shit in a career or in a way that you want to follow or a path you want to follow, bro, you got to respect that shit, bro, and get inspired. You don't resent it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas that was around us when he was doing the shit, they wasn't getting inspired, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was hitting them like, yeah, I want the shit he got, but I don't want it. Like, because people think Sosa just blew up overnight. Nobody really paid attention to how long he was rapping and making cover art and all that shit way before the fruits of his label started actually showing up. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing, I was back listening to all the shit back when it was Bang Bang Flintstone Gang and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? And I know how much work he put in for this shit. So it's like when I seen it actually manifesting, I'm like, damn. Folks on BD, folks did his thing, folks. And that shit was wild as hell. I'm like, damn, I can't never really like, I seen niggas around. I'm in the hood still, but I'm with him still every day too. Like I'm with him and Cap them. I'm spending a hell of time with these niggas after when he when he first signed a deal, he was like gone for a little minute. You know, he had to get his bag. You know, he got the bag, was on doing all type of out of town shit. When he finally got the crib up north and shit, like, Cap them coming to slide on me, we gang banging, sipping drinks, smoking joint, all that shit. And it's like, I'm seeing this and I'm in the hood every day too, and I'm seeing how niggas is just like, niggas wanna talk down, they wanna hand out, they want to take, Niggas want what he want, but they don't want to do what he do to get it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, knowing what the fuck folks came from, folks. Like, folks' battle was harder than mine on BD. So it's like, I'm like, man, if he could do this shit, I know I could do this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I just got inspired, you know what I'm saying? And that shit just like, with that type of shit, bro, this how I am, like, this why I'm talking to you right now. This is why you even want to talk to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I got inspired from niggas like him, and I started taking this shit serious. And I end up, you know, was able to reap off some of the fruits of his label because he got on, and I come from his era and his area. So it's like, he lit us all the way up. So it's like the microscope was still on us when they didn't even need to beat directly on him. And for that type of shit, it's like, you just gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. You don't get no fuck. It's to the point, even his ops, nigga, the ops got a little voice because of what the fuck he did. Cause niggas was like, all right, who the fuck is he into it with? Who is the niggas he always talking about and smoking on and tweaking off and shit in his songs? Let's go see what they talk about. Now his ops doing 100, 200, half a million. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, bro, nigga, everybody gotta respect. And that's the type of shit that I really was like, yeah, folks to go, bro.
Yeah. When he was hanging around, who was he closest with?
He had his crowd. His closest homie was my dog, my nigga. He ended up being my celly too. My homie named Tali. Tali dead now. You know what I'm saying? Some wild shit happened after we got out the joint and shit. Tali was just like another motherfucker, like, just before all the other shit, like Tali, like, is coming up in the streets. That's all we know, him and Tali. You know what I'm saying? Tali was like this. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tali was like this. They both had the little Hawks and shit back then and shit. You know what I'm saying? Both used to be, Tali was just a little fresh motherfucker too. He used to have a lot of drip back in the day. His peoples loved him back in the day, but he was just a jailbird. Like, Tali been going to jail, catching bids since I knew jail was a place criminals go. I'm like, damn, so what the fuck folks always at jail? Folks says catching cases young. His bid started real young. And he started catching hella time really young. You know what I'm saying? Like, we 15, 16, folks already done served a year in motherfucking, he going to motherfucking Joliet or fucking Kiwani and shit like that. Like, he already went to the baby joints and shit. You know what I'm saying? IYC. You know what I'm saying? all type of shit. So it was just like, bro, them was just, Sosa never really had to go back and forth to jail. So Tally was always just getting booked and shit, but that was from what I can remember, and I'm 100% sure I'm right, but that was his closest homie back in the day, Tally.
Oh, okay. All right. What do you have any stories you could share about just hanging out with him?
Who, Tally?
Chief.
Shit, I got hella stories, you feel me? But it's when like, I can't even say it's like hella stories with me and him just personally. It's just hella stories about the gang. Like, Sosa was a gang man. He wasn't never really just him and nobody. Like, we gang banged back then. Like, it was 20 of us, especially when folks was on the band. Niggas in his crib, we gang banging in the crib every day. Just, you know, he was shooting videos in the crib, man. See they never go slide. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's just like a lot of, you know, just a lot of shit to be just gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was gang banging going on.
Okay. Have you guys talked or communicated in?
Yeah. We talked, folks. We ain't talked since that time we talked, but he got end up DMing me out the blue. I'm so tweaking that shit. Folks be tweaking. He DM'd me out the blue like a couple months ago. We chopped it up and shit, you know, just chopped it up. Just on some tweaking ass shit, talking about nothing really, just, you know, catching up and shit. It was funny because I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I see folks shit, because before that we haven't talked in a minute. I see folks shit in my DM. I'm like, what the fuck? I clicked the page because I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck folks just DM me for out the blue? Folks in that bitch, we talking about Xbox games and, you know, your game head and shit. So we just talking. Oh, folks, we just talking about anything and shit, but you know.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gang, folks.
All right. I had seen in an interview you had mentioned that you'd been shot.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what happened?
Shit, I got shot in Atlanta with a stick. That's really what happened. I got shot in Atlanta with a stick. They popped the fuck out of me, man.
Where'd you get shot at?
And my motherfucking leg down there took my shit off. They had a Drake. They had a Draco. They came to that bitch, blowing at the car that I was there. It was somebody else's car. They thought it was another motherfucker in there, but it was me. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up shooting through the window. And I was in the passenger seat, and I had my motherfucking legs like on the fuck you call that shit, man? Yeah, I had my legs on the dashboard. You know what I'm saying? They came through that bitch hidden, and it hit me.
In the leg, and they thought you were somebody else?
Man, because the car was in, you know, it was a familiar car that the nigga who was blowing was looking for. He thought the dude was in there, but it wasn't. It was his car, but he wasn't driving it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin, actually me and ABE was in the car. You know what I'm saying? And it ended up hitting me in the leg and skinned ABE and all type of places. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really happy we both made it out that bitch alive, because now that I'm thinking about it, AB, that's my closest, that's my dog. So it's like, he really like, how it was happening. It clapped me in the leg, but he's sitting right here next to me in the driver's seat. So what was hitting me could have hit him in a more fatal place. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my legs up here, he's sitting here. So the shit that's coming through the window is like coming through like this, like starting and coming through. So like the fact that we both made it out like unharmed, you know, them 7.62 shells, them bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you should have seen my leg when it first happened.
It was fucked up.
But man, that's a whole different type of drama.
Yeah.
That even hearing those go off is something. You don't want to hear no Draco go off, and you the nigga that they hitting that. You don't want to be in that.
That's like a Reese in the
Yeah,
throat, right?
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, like... And,
I don't even know how the hell he survived that shit.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Man.
Like, man, niggas survived that Draco shell and live to tell you, like, bro, that shit, like, even before it hit you, it's like the fact when you know, because niggas have been shot at all our life. We know what it sound like when the handgun going off. A Drake sound like some whole other shit, man. Like, you be scared. Like, what the fuck? Like, when a nigga blowing, if you been in this shit long enough, you ain't, I mean, not unless you getting chased and you blocking and it's just you and him, you the target. I mean, you just hearing it and you like, damn, what the fuck he blowing? Or a motherfucker blowing back, you know? But if you know, like, a nigga caught you by surprise and he blowing a stick, he blowing a Drake, like, you know what's coming out of that bitch. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught up in nothing like that. You don't.
What was your recovery process like?
My recovery process was just, that shit was actually a long ass time too, bro. Cause I ended up getting shot in January, and then I went to jail in March, and I was stuck in jail. But when I was the whole time I was in jail, it was like it was still recovering, leaking, pussing, and all type of shit while I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was bad. Like I ain't like that shit, bro.
Okay, so L.A. Capone, that was your best friend, right? Growing
Yeah.
up. Who all hung out with you guys?
Shit, we had a lot of, familiar faces that you probably be like, damn, y'all was shit. It was a point in time where we was hanging. Everybody that was fake famous was hanging with each other. Shit. Keef knew him. Dirk, Reese. Shit. S. Dot. All the little famous lit rappers at the time. Of course, you got the ones from our hood that was lit. You know what I'm saying? Top them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was like literally somebody in the city at that time that was on our end and one no op was hanging with us. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was familiar with us. We was tied in with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a lot of gang shit going on. Everybody was fucking with us.
How old were you when you guys met?
Me in LA?
Yeah.
Shit. This is before high school. I don't really be knowing the age. I just was living as a kid. I really don't even be knowing the age. I just be knowing we be young as hell. I probably could like tell you the year we met. Like me and him probably met like 09.
Okay. Is there any situations like, did you guys ever like get in a fight with like some ops or something?
Yeah, man.
Is
LA
there-
stayed fighting the ops, bro. That was one of the reasons I dropped out too, cause I was going to school out there, man, and like that was my best friend, bro. And it was like a lot of shit was going on, like, and I wasn't cool. Like LA was like a little scrawny nigga, bro, but he had the heart of a lion, and he ended up going to high school. And by the time he got to the high school where a lot of the guys used to go to, a lot of the guys dropped out, stopped going, and got kicked out, and a lot of ops came in. And he was not finna, he was content on going to school, you know what I'm saying? And the ops weren't finna make him not go to school. So he'd go to school and get jumped once or twice a week, or be in a fight, a real bad fight, every week. And it's just like, I'm steady hearing this shit, I'm coming home from out there, folks says ass black, you feel me? Like, but he's still out here and he's still going to school, and it's just like, it got tiring, like, bro. I never really was able to like, bro, I remember because he rode the bus a lot too. When we all agreed to stop riding the bus, he was still riding. And it was like, at that point, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, come on, Scud, stop doing this shit. You feel me? We can't be moving like this and that. And it was a lot. Like, he was getting into a lot of op fights. We never got in one together because he got into a lot of op fights because he basically was putting himself out there when he really should have stopped a long time ago. He was just like, he was like not going. They wasn't gonna run him off or nothing that he did routinely. He going to school, y'all wasn't finna stop him from going to school. He gonna fight with y'all ass forever. And if y'all with the guy gonna catch him on the bus, y'all gonna have to catch him. And one time he was on his way to the block coming from 71st. He was getting off on 63rd and King Drive for them to catch him on Lil Savion, I think, caught him on that, tried to do something to him. He bust him, got off the bus. He come to the block, walking through the back of the alley. Shirt ripped off, all type of shit. They tried to get on him, but they couldn't chase him because he ran to our side. So y'all gonna chase him all the way over here. It's gonna be ugly once y'all stuck. You know what I'm saying? So just a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? He used to get into a lot of out fights without nobody. Yeah, I can't really say I can recall one time where he had to fight it out with any of the guys. Like, we was never really around. Like, we wasn't really going to school with him like that. And the ones who was, I can't really say that they weren't from our block, but they was niggas that fucked with him in school, but they wasn't riding with him when that shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? He's just a lot that I wouldn't do. Like, I wouldn't ride the bus. Well, I wasn't going to Dunbar, so, it kind of took me out of this shit.
Yeah. Okay. What were you shocked when you heard that he had been shot again?
Yeah, I had been shocked because I thought like You know, like I wasn't even aware where the fuck he was at. Like I didn't even, when I heard he got shot and where and how, like when the shit finally started, like what the fuck? Because like me in LA, like the thing was like we kind of called each other about a lot of shit, especially shit that was unsure. You know what I'm saying? Like if we didn't really know the total outcome of shit. Like I remember one time he had caught a case, and me I was kind of in and out of the juvenile system, and him like as like far as just going to the Audi home. So when he fake caught a little case of shit, folks calling me asking me what's gonna come of this and what's gonna, you know, like shit like that, and I'm like, you know, just telling bro shit like, so if he like unsure, like he went there without a pipe, without knowing what was really like up to the place and people over there. And if he would have called me, I would have told him, like, nah, let's not do it like that. Or let's not go without this. Or, you know, let's just like let's be smarter. You know what I'm saying? And when I found it out, it was like I was shocked because I'm like, what the fuck was he even over there doing? What was going on? You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was just a whole bad.
What happened after when you got the call about it?
I mean, when I got the call, he was still alive at this point. He wasn't pronounced dead. So when I got the call, I didn't even have a ride. So I tweeted Dirk, and I tried to like get the news. Like I thought he was gonna be able to come grab me. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't. I ended up getting in the car, getting traffic, and I went to go grab him. And I picked him up, and we went down there and shit. And you know, basically, long story short, the doctors came out with the news. And they told me, and then it just got ugly from right there. Like that shit was wild as hell. From that point on.
Yeah, Dirk was it. Dirk was there at the hospital with you guys.
Yeah, it was me, Dirk, Twin, his mama, Gotti, a couple other motherfuckers and shit. His sisters, grandma, all us there. And then they came out and told everybody. They told his immediate family to step closer to where they was at. But I was like, I didn't really want to hit, because I ain't gonna lie, like I just feel like every time I ever gotta hit something, it's between, the outcome can either be good or bad. Usually when it's me, it's usually bad. Like anything right there's some news about somebody else. If it's somebody I know, it's just gonna be bad. It's always the worst. You know what I'm saying? So I just stood up and I'm like, shit, if they say something bad, I'm gonna know, because I'm about to see the reactions. And so it's like, soon as they open their mouth, it was like instant tears, hollering, all this and that. And I just knew. I'm like, damn, it's over. It's over. They killed him. He gone. I called Rondo and C-Day. I called Rondo. Rondo was somewhere else. C-Day and Booker was at my crib. I called Rondo first, then I called C-Day now. And they was like, tweet, they like, bro, what you mean? I'm like, bro, it's over. Like, he dead, bro. He dead. They just told us, bro, he out, you know? And it was really emotional. And I started crying on the phone and shit. Phone them, C-Day just was like, what? Like, he really just, he wouldn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Booker was in the background, and it was like, everybody just started rushing up there. People started popping up. And it was like, it got real. After that, it was real. It was so crazy. The niggas who are accused of doing this shit, they all in prison now. We really had the news about the shit just same night. Before all us left the hospital, we had a story of how it happened and who supposed to did it and who was all there when it took place and shit. And a year later, they all end up telling on each other and shit and getting cracked and shit. And the story came out to be basically what we heard. You know what I'm saying? They all started telling on each other and shit. Nobody would admit to doing it, but they all started snitching. They all admitted to playing a part in this shit. And it was just wild as hell, because that's how fast the streets talk. Like, he got shot it was that late. It wasn't that early when he got shot. Yeah, I got shot later in the day. And by the time he was diagnosed dead and everybody made it to the hospital, we had already had this story of who did it. And then a year later, when them niggas all got locked up, one of the niggas got locked up for a pipe, and he started just snitching on a murder that he was involved in, thinking they was gonna like throw his pipe case away and just let him out. The whole time he got himself way more time than he even would have had if he would have just took the pipe case. You know what I'm saying? And it ended up coming out basically what we was told. A year later, they started telling the shit. You know what I'm saying? They started implicating each other in what was really going on and all of this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Just basically telling like a motherfucker, telling folks them what's really going on and shit like that. Telling them people what's going on. One of the niggas got locked up for a pipe and started telling on the body that he supposedly was involved in, and he started the whole case, and they all started telling on each other and shit. So like what we had heard the night he got killed, they ended up kind of confirming the shit. Some wild shit.
Okay, what changed after L.A. Capone was killed?
Shit, a lot of shit. You know, he was basically the glue we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, LA was probably like the last wholesome thing in the hood that like niggas cared about and had to like everybody loved and didn't envy. You know what I'm saying? Not because of even just the person. It was because like LA was just one of them people like anybody that couldn't beat him, you just had to join him. You know what I'm saying? And he was slowly but surely becoming like an unstoppable force, and it was gonna be very unpopular for you to hate. You know what I'm saying? Like LA was like, I seen it with him and Rondo before I even knew it like was finna really be that. Like Nine was like the biggest rapper from the hood at the time when LA first started rapping, and it was like Nine, he was very comfortable with like him having that certain amount of success or clout that other niggas from the block couldn't reach because he was fucking with OTF, and you know he was just had a lot going on. And it's like, you know, when LA started doing it, he ain't need no song from no nigga that signed up. Nothing. He just was taking off on straight talent, and the streets was knew who he was and how he was, and everybody was behind him. He was going so crazy that if you couldn't beat him, you had to join him. And niggas like Rondo, that's where you see Rondo, you know, getting on a lot of songs with him and shit, you know. You know, it's his homie, so it could, you know, to a certain extent it's expected, but it was like, gee, everybody wanted to get songs with LA kind of like keep they self lit or to get back lit or just, you know, to just stay above water. Because LA, bro, it was like he was taking off, but he didn't want to take off and be bougie. Like he wasn't taking off and acting weird. He wasn't doing none of that. He was just literally normal acting, still in the hood every day, doing everything. He just a sneak off to the studio occasionally, knock a couple songs out. And shit, when he came to the block, we shooting videos, shit, you know? And when he died, it was like, we didn't have that no more. Everybody, again, trying to be self. Now, everybody had to buy into what LA was doing. You feel me? When he got killed, it went back to niggas trying to be the best man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to be their own, like, everybody want to be that nigga instead of buying into, like, a team goal. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, LA was kind of like a team goal. Like, we all, like, nigga, Hoodo was paying for his flight to go see T.I., nigga, like, we all was, nigga, what? Make sure LA get to the studio. Like, niggas, bro, we all, like, had to, like, take in, because we knew, like, bro. And then, like, this is my homie, so, of course, like, I'm on whatever regardless, but it's like, bro, niggas, everybody had to buy into what Shorty was doing. He was that cold. Like, if you wasn't trying to help bro reach his goal, bro, you was dumb and you was a hater. Everybody was buying in. You know what I'm saying? And when he died, it was like, shit, fuck it, man. I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody kind of got that mentality, and niggas started hating, envying. Niggas wanted to compare themselves to him. Niggas started stealing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, money, like, he uploading music and shit, and niggas around helping him or uploading the music for him, you know what I'm saying? And getting paid off music, not cutting them in. And then when he died, of course, he's a fucking, that shit supposed to went to his mama. And niggas collecting money off LA still to this day. And you gotta remember, sad but truly, when you die, shit just get bigger. Like, so many people went and bought his songs and all that off iTunes and all of that at the time. Bro, the person who was getting chased off LA probably made $500,000 by now, at least, because he been dead 6 years. And you got to remember who he was and what he was doing at the time that before he even died, millions of views and lit and doing all this. He was a household lit nigga in our city before he died. And when he died, it just, like really went up. So everything that had his name on it, especially the shit that you can buy, they profiting. They still to this day profiting off it right now. They getting fat ass checks from So Loud or, you know, all the type of shit that they uploaded on there back then.
And his mom's not getting anything, or
they won't even admit that it's them doing it. And
wow.
and mama, like she had some people she knew look into it, and it was like we basically found out who it was, but it wasn't their name directly, but it was kind of like their name at the same time. They ain't have it worded how they got they name worded, how everybody refers to them, but they had it in there like that, and it made sense because who he is, the person who we talking about, who he is, and what he actually does for a living, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? And who he was around. It made sense. So it was like, all right, cool, damn. Bet he never admitted to the shit. So we really could never do nothing about it. But a lot of people made a lot of money off a lot of his homies.
Yeah.
Because there was certain people in the game that was rapping before him that was helping him do a lot of that shit. And they wouldn't admit after he got killed that it was them either. People that inherited so much money from LA over the years. And they never gave nothing to his mama. Nothing. No, nobody.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really like, and this shit that, like, motherfucker, this shit that started happening way before niggas want to act like when 9 of them got locked up, that broke the hood. It was just so many shiesty things that niggas was doing. You know what I'm saying? And niggas will never cop out. You know what I'm saying? But it was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, man. I seen a lot of situations with Tupac too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just interviewed Kendrick Wells.
Mm-hmm.
He was Tupac's like high school friend to when he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was just all types of shady shit that happened, man. They sued.
A Finny? Whatever the fuck she wants. She wants these records? She can have them. She wants this? Never been a greedy man. I've had lots of money. I've been rich and I've been poor, but I've never been greedy. I said, she can have this. I just want to sit down and talk to her. They say, yeah. What I don't know is the people behind her, certain people that perhaps washed laundry, filled her head up with other shit. That's what I thought at the time. But what I find out is that's what the lawyers know how to do this shit. They had her come yell at me for some shit I didn't do. That set me up to just want to have a conversation with her to straighten it out. My whole thing was never to get rich off of Tupac. I loved him, he loved me, that's it. And all these other people, everybody else attached to Tupac, they all wanted something. You've heard my story through other people who never even knew Tupac. And that's how it goes. Everybody wants a dime. Everybody, and I never got to sit down with her. The person who I think I helped get gainful employment could have squashed this shit. But I think she had a vendetta against me for some reason. Because she never let that meeting happen. I never talked to Finney. And they stole those masters, some of which were my recordings.
And, went through all types of stuff
Right.
with him too. But a question I always see on the internet is, does he have any unreleased music?
LA got, how can I say it, man? Like, he got music that has not been released that he probably wouldn't want released. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, he got a lot of music that he made before everybody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? And before he really perfected his craft. A lot of the fans that probably hear the shit, they'd probably be thirsty to hear it because it's fans. It's not weak though, you know? But, it's just like when you a rapper, and one thing why I know is just like people just like, we love to perfect our craft. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably a reason, for whatever the reason is, that it's not out. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't put this out sooner than what he first dropped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of, probably it was mediocre to him. Still raw, but mediocre.
So there won't be anything released?
I mean, I don't know. Shit, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't even, I'm a real big LA gang, on the Chief, on the LA Nation general, but, I swear, everything to do with LA, bro, I literally have to speak with Mama Capone first.
Yeah.
I don't even announce shit like that without like whatever she yeah. I ain't even I don't make no moves or announce nothing too crazy
Yeah.
without talking to her first. I had to talk to her when I changed my name to Tay Capone. I had to ask. Well, I don't know. I'm just like that. Like I'm just a traditional guy, and like she basically like the heir to his throne. Even though she made him, like whatever that got to do with him or anything, you kind of like it's kind of cool. You just like who you just say something to her first.
Right. That's just out of respect. Just
Yeah, it's
say,
just like a
you cool
respect
with
thing.
this?
Like I just be having to like, cause mom, like, she involved. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fool niggas, they be trying to act like she don't got the rights to a lot of shit that she actually do. So I just make sure I don't never forget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
I believe I seen an interview that you ended up going to jail. You ended up going to jail for a pipe that wasn't yours.
Mm-hmm.
And so how did that happen?
I mean, shit, they kick you in the studio and, lock me up for some shit. Cause I guess I don't know what they message was. I'm closest to it. They never found it on me or nothing. They just it was a studio setting. I guess however they worded it or figured out it happened, I ended up getting it put on me. But like that shit goes on a lot. There's a lot of niggas that get convicted of shit. I actually end up serving a time for that gun, then got out and fucking beat a pipe case for some shit that probably was mine. I'm not even gonna admit that it actually was mine, but the second one had a better chance of being mine than the first one. But the first one definitely wasn't mine, and that's the one I did all the time for. Then I came home, and the one that made more sense, it was the one I ended up beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, the system's kind of fucked up. Like,
What was it? What's jail like in Chicago? What's the? I mean, when you run into your ops, is it on site in jail too?
hell yeah. And it's like really like what's so crazy, I think we got the second biggest jail behind Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest populated jail on one domain. Like I think we got like the biggest jail. It's like sitting in one spot. Like we our compound is humongous. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 11, 12,000 inmates in there. And that shit is just like it's so many people in there. It's like you gonna end up. Because how they do us in jail is they go off your areas, you know what I'm saying? Because they try to like act like they do that to keep a lot of people out of that don't fuck with each other out the same thing. But if they going out areas, they doing like, okay, so he from King Drive, he be over there. Okay, he be over there. You know what I'm saying? They could be on the same deck together. Whole time, we are in tour with each other. We just both from King Drive. They on one side and we on the other side. And I feel like they be knowing this too, but they have fun knowing that shit. We possibly might start tweaking. So it just be a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just be a whole lot.
Recently, I believe D Rose lost his appeal.
I read some shit like that, but then and that's what I be telling motherfuckers about, like, the fake shit or like shit that people really don't know how to read. Cause as soon as I seen it, I asked his family and I talked to his little sister, and she told me she like his appeal never even got started yet. D Rose was in a situation where it was like he had caught a lot of time and said he was in segregation, and he was in SEG, like he ended up doing a lot of time in SEG. Like I think he went to Pontiac for like a year, and you don't get to talk on the phones or none of that in there. You only get to have, conversate and contact through letters. And he didn't want to even get the process started because I don't want to be just only being able to talk to my motherfucking person that got to defend my life and my appeal through a letter. So it's like he was just like, I need to be able to conversate and have contact with him or something, you feel me? Because a lot of lawyers, they're not just going to come see you all the time. They're not going to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to go see you once or twice a week, you know what I'm saying? And if you only going to come up here once a month, or if that, you know what I'm saying? If you ever is going to come, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people not willing to do that for their clients, even though I just gave you 20, 25, 30,000. You won't drive an hour to see me, but I just gave you 30,000. But so it's like at the end of the day, he didn't want to be in a situation where he was like just very out of the loop with what's going on with his case. So it wasn't even started yet, from what I was told. And so I'm like, so basically that's a lie. They like, yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Where would they get that information from?
I don't know, bro. Like I keep telling people, motherfuckers is getting smart out here. People make what they want to make up, bro. Like, and that's why I say I get right to the source. Like the shit that I read was real thorough. It looked like legit. You even had legit, bloggers and sites posting it. But from what I was told from his people, his family, his immediate family, it's not true. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it would have been a little too quick anyway. The process, if anything, would have just started. It wasn't, from what I was told, it wasn't true.
Do they have a timeline of when they think it's gonna start, or?
I mean, from I really don't know how appeal is, but like from what I was told, it's like appeal is basically like it gotta be like approved or denied, then it start. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's denied, it's just denied. When they review it and look at the evidence, you don't got enough grounds for appeal, it's denied. If you do, it's approved. Once you get approved, motherfuckers, just the ball start rolling. So his approved never even got approved or denied. So with that being said, it's like,
Okay, so he still got a ways to go.
yeah, he got ways to go. And like appeal process, it's everybody, it's so many people in jail, like it's just a lot. And it's only a certain panel that reviews appeals. And that shit goes to certain people, and these people deal with appeals all across the state, and you got people that deal with appeals all across the country, judges and shit like that. So it's just a slower ride, you know what I'm saying? But when you got all that time, shit, it ain't, shit,
Yeah.
what the fuck can you do?
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep it focused, and what
Yeah.
else you gonna do? Might as well fight it.
You just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Recently, FBG Duck released Chicago Legends, and I think he shocked everybody.
Yeah.
When he gave Newski, LA, and Fredo a shout out in that song. What'd you think when you seen it?
I mean, it was a move. It was a move to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I told niggas from my way. Regardless of if we talking about who it is, you know what I'm saying? What I respected about it was the fact that niggas, because I do that type of shit. I always be the nigga saying the unpopular thing, because I'm gonna just state facts. Rather it's a popular thing to say or not, I'm gonna speak the truth. And that's basically what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of niggas who that's ops that if a nigga gotta be honest, we gotta admit that they legends and they play roles in this shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of niggas won't admit it because they ops, which don't make you real in a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just asked me who was my top 5 Chicago rappers. Dirk was in my top 5. And he was like, damn, how the fuck you gonna put him in there? Because I gotta be honest about the fucking role that he played and the music he been dropping since he been on. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Chirac. You know what I'm saying? You can't dispute it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I'ma lie for? I don't gotta like him to like his music. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest. This come from a nigga that know how to be honest. And a lot of niggas ain't gonna do that. Me, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? If he just was being honest. Any nigga that's gonna be honest, you gotta admit LA a legend. I don't give a fuck where you from. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta admit the talent he had. I don't give a fuck where you from. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, I just fucked with the, like he let his nuts hang on that shit. Cause that's some shit I'll do. Like, nigga, I'll say some shit that I don't give a fuck about the backlash. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what's right, not what's popular. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of motherfuckers probably would have preferred him not to mention them because they just don't understand when the motherfuckers gotta tell the truth, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how I looked at it. I really wasn't even focused on who it came from. I was focused on the fact that it was niggas is starting to catch on to speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many motherfuckers that just ain't gonna speak facts. You know what I'm saying? And I give credit to his dude. I done gave credit to him on popular. Like, I done gave credit to him personally. Like, this, done the third. It wasn't me dick riding. It wasn't me switching sides, waving the white flag and nothing. I was being honest. You know what I'm saying? And it's just honest shit. That's all.
Do you think that it would have any chances of slowing down the violence at all?
Yeah, see, and this is just I gotta be honest on this too. It's not gonna do nothing.
No.
It ain't gonna do shit. It was something good to talk about at the time. It's not gonna do nothing. Cause it's people, bro, we 20 dead homies in, bro. The song ain't finna kumbaya everybody, bro. That ain't even it, bro. He ain't say enough for that. He ain't say near enough for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about every hood we 20 dead homies in. You know what I'm saying? At least 12, 13. We like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, nah, that ain't gonna kumbaya everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, yeah, that was cool though. That was real. You know what I'm saying? That was some shit that took a lot of heart, nerve. And a lot of niggas ain't gonna do it, but it ain't gonna bring, you know what I'm saying? It's too much that went on.
He mentioned Fredo. Mm-hmm. What exactly did Fredo die from?
From what I understand, or from what I could like understand, it's basically like was just a cause of drink. You know what I'm saying? And it just was something he had already quit drink when he died, but it's just shit that ate up his health was that so bad that he was still kind of having seizures and you know all type of shit from him. And then he just ended up dying from one of them seizures. You know, because I don't know, I think it was really him. I think he died because he was alone. That's what I think. Because, you know, a lot of people have seizures and a lot of them can be fatal if not, you know, caught. Like, you know, and that's why I believe people who do have seizures. I used to have seizures a lot when I was a kid and they never left me alone for that. Like, I was never, because, bro, first of all, seizures could kill you from just not even the seizure. When people have seizures, they usually standing up.
Right.
And people have seizures and literally fall and hit anything. It'll hit the tip of that motherfucking TV, the tip of this table, you know what I'm saying, fall directly on their face. That's why a lot of people that come from seizures be having black eyes and shit the next day. Niggas fall flat on their face. You gotta be kind of like, not just watch like you something wrong, but just gotta be monitored when that type of shit happen. People who have seizures, my homie, folks, he be having seizures, you know what I'm saying? Anytime he get too mad, hyped, heated, and his blood build too much, folks, it happened right in front of me, bro. His girl had, I could tell it was normal because as she treated him for it. You know what I'm saying? And I was panicking and thinking back to all the shit I remember and shit, and she was kind of regular about it. And I'm like, damn, so this something that usually regularly be happening. And she just dealt with it like that, but I was shocked like a motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little tweaked out. I ain't like that shit.
And I believe I seen in an interview somewhere that you in LA, you guys used to pop a lot of Xans and...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna lie, you watch my interviews, folks. You be trying to see what's going on. You want to ask what they didn't ask, huh?
I did my homework, you know?
See. But, hey, yeah, like on some real shit, like, yeah, we did a lot of drugs. That's why I tell a lot of people now, too, and this is why I feel like I can speak on drug abuse, because every drug we was doing, we did it before the hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people first got on Molly, me and Foden was already Molly watered out. When people really started getting the hang of Xans was probably when they started costing $4-5 a Xan. Me and Broden was taking Xans heavy back when they was $1 a piece. You know what I'm saying? And overly abusing them. And when they went up, we was still abusing them. When we used to I used to get fired for the dub, party packs every day. Me and Nine them was fried off Xans all way before 6002 came out. You know what I'm saying? And we was just fried. You know, X was something we was doing. X just kind of got worse. Like, it got better on the worst side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to have them $5 joints back in the day. You had to take a couple of those to get fried. Now they got these motherfucking $25 and $50 joints that, man. In our city, you take a corner of them bitches, you be up for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, crazy ass shit on, bro. So it's like, you gotta know, G, what the fuck not to really get involved with.
Yeah. Well, we recently Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Just passed away from, I believe, overdose from Percocets.
Yeah.
He was like, from what it sounds like, he was trying to hide it from the police, or the police was raiding his plane.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about that?
I just think that shit was just very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't even want to, like, I don't want to say the wrong shit because it's like, you know, that shit be sensitive and shit. It's just, what I could say is like, it's like, I ain't gonna say the wrong shit. It's just like, you know, I understand what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And when you, shit hitting you quick like that, bro, you on the jet, you seeing the feds hit that motherfucker and you like, damn, what the fuck going on, you know? And the motherfucker just, you know, follow their first man at that point, and sometimes a lot of irrational shit makes sense sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And he probably was at the point he had been doing drugs. He probably ain't think them bitches was gonna do what they did to him. He probably ain't think like the shit that he did was gonna make him tweak, you know, and you know, motherfucker be taking so many drugs, man. Like, we don't ever be thinking that shit can happen to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be doing that shit with X. I do talk so many exes. I had to talk with Polo. He kind of like tried to, told me the game on how to pop 6, 7 X pills in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And, you know, I had to just recently just like say I quit X, you know what I'm saying? Because there's just a lot of shit, health reasons why it's like, it's not, that shit ain't really cool. And it's like, the more and more I just see shit happen to people off Zans or off any drug that people overly abuse, it just really made me just, because that's like a lot of wasted talent that died with him. You know what I'm saying? And Juice was just so lit, rich, and there's just so many people he affected financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, you know? So he left a big stain on everybody, you know what I'm saying? And his life affected everybody, and his death affected even more people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit is just so fucked up when you really think about it. And he just made 21 a week prior to him dying. You know what I'm saying? Not even a week, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, bro. Like, you know, and I try to maneuver shit. I be trying to think about karma and God and this and that and what's people purpose. Like, and I try to think that's the reason why a lot of shit won't happen to people like me or him. But it's like, bro, you know how many, he probably thought his purpose was to live forever because so many people he affected and how many people he helped and the lives he changed over his career. But it's like, and he just did one thing and it's like just took everything. And it's like, damn, like you look like, damn, bro, like he affected so many people. He got so lit so quick and he just affected so many people. And it's like everybody don't even know how to, like I just was really just like, I think I said that shit earlier, like I can't even believe he dead. Like that's some shit that you don't really even hear. Like you know, like that shit with rappers starting to become kind of like popular lately, but it's still kind of weird, bro, because y'all, it's like we see y'all grow and get big right in front of our eyes. We feel like we know y'all, and I do know these niggas. Like most of them that's down from my city, I know them for real. So it's like, imagine when motherfuckers on the outside see when these niggas die, but then it's like niggas like me who actually know these niggas or know niggas that know these niggas personally close, and I see what they go through from this shit, you know? That shit bogus, bro. And I don't really never want to put nobody through that shit if it happened to me. So I really just like, man, fuck that shit, bro.
Speaking of Polo, he released like a clip of a song, and where he kind of shouts out Juice WRLD, and he says, you know, he says when rapping, he says he popped his last perk with him. Did his death make you stop doing drugs or make you think about stopping doing them?
It definitely let me know that me thinking that I was bigger and better than the overdose, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And then like Polo even kind of, he had a little scary, like, you know, he had a little situation with pills too. And I ended up being with him the next day after, you know, and he told me about the shit. And he never even stopped that next day, but it was like, I guess he eventually, because he was on them shits heavy. So it's like, me knowing how folks was hooked on that shit, it's like, he had the strength to like let that shit go, and he was popping way harder and longer than me. And he way smaller, metabolism, weight is not, man. So it's like he was feeling it even worse than me. So it's like if he was able to just kill that shit cold turkey, I could do it too. And it's like, bro, I feel like if you don't learn from your mistakes or nobody else's mistakes around you, anything that happened to you, it's really no reason for nobody to feel safe. Like I watched niggas overdose. I watched niggas go to jail for shit we was all doing together. And then it's like, if I don't look at you and learn from you, if it happened to me, I'm kind of a clown at this point because I've seen it happen multiple times to people who were around me, and I had a chance to learn from their mistakes, and I didn't. Everybody don't get the privilege to learn from another motherfucker. Sometimes it gotta be you that go through it, and sometimes the shit that you go through is gonna be wild as hell, like some shit that you would have never wished it was you, or sometimes it might be some shit that you go through, and it kill you. You think Juice wanted to be the nigga that overdosed? The rich millionaire, 21-year-old that overdosed, and all his homies and mamas and other people or whoever around him that do drugs, they gotta learn from him. This the money man. This the nigga who providing right now. You feel me?
Man.
Not saying that his life is worth more than nobody else's because he's rich and famous, but I mean, if we being honest, it kind of is. Because, bro, a broke nigga or a nigga who don't do as much as he do or take care of as many people or got the responsibilities that he got, if they overdose off it, the effect, not saying it's gonna hurt people less, but the effect, it's not a big of an effect, bro. I'm not rich or near rich, but I got a lot of effect and I do a lot of shit for a lot of people, bro. And if I die, a lot of shit gonna change. So imagine being 21 years old, multi-millionaire, selling 300,000 the first week, and you one of the highest watched YouTube artists, and you winning awards and all of this shit, bro. Like, you know how much, man, bro. Come on, man. It's probably an unlimited amount of people that was literally not even just a fan of his music, no, literal people like that. Literally, he paid their bills, or he looked out for them, or he just had changed their life. It's so many people that he did that for, and now that shit's just like, damn, they can't do it no more. You know?
Yeah, real shit, man. I mean, from producers to family members, brothers, sisters,
Bro,
mom, dad,
you
houses, cars that he bought.
Bro, you gotta remember, G, he's rich.
Oof.
So his bills ain't small. His expenses ain't little. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit, that money gotta keep being made to maintain this shit. Like, this ain't no shit like, yeah, he died. Oh, yeah, we gonna keep the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Unless he paid for it cash, which not saying he couldn't have did, but bro, a lot of rappers don't do that, bro, no more. I've learned that from having rich friends. A lot of people get cribs, they don't buy them full in cash because nobody really wants to live the same place forever. It's not no broke shit. It's just like, shit, I might don't want to live here in 2 years. I might be even richer. I might not have as much money, and I might be stuck with this motherfucker. I might have to sell it, you know? So it's just so many things that people be having going on, bro. When you die, shit gotta be maintained. How the fuck I maintain the shit that you put in front of me without you being here, bro? How do I do
Real
that,
shit.
bro? So it's like, with that type of shit, that's the shit that you gotta think about when you're doing these drugs. Like, bro, if something happened to me, I leave my people to do this shit. Now, I leave them with a lot of money too, but money gotta keep being made, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is not something that's gonna like keep just popping up after you spend it. No. You gotta go make that shit. And who gonna be able to make the money Juice was making for his family better than him? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, with that being said, you would just be, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I hear that, man. It is. It's a sad situation, man.
Yeah.
Talented, young and talented, man. All right. This is something I see on the internet that I'm not from Chicago, so I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But what does it mean to drop rakes?
Drop breaks is disrespect, man. It's the GDs, they I don't even want to throw that shit up on camera. But
Is it a disrespect towards the GDs?
yeah, it's direct disrespect.
Okay.
It's straight.
Check this out, man. I came across this picture of Lil Pump.
Oh, I seen it with Santana. Yeah, he crazy.
What do you think when you see something like that?
I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. Younger me, that shit was funny. But honestly, I really like, cause I'm just a realist. I put myself on both sides. So just imagine if that was Lil Pump and he was cracking the trade, that would have pissed me off. Because where you come from, that ain't what y'all on. And he already admitted to who he looked up to and what he had going on and and like he already admitted to like watching our scene and growing up off what we was doing and you know all that shit. Like 18 years old, so he grew up off the Chief Keefs and all of this shit. So he's aware, like that's some disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? And he does it, and he don't even got no homies that he into it with. That's GD. He don't got no GD enemies or nothing like that. So he do it on some the young knucklehead shit, and it's like, bro, this not even no funny shit. This is shit that's really serious. You know what I'm saying? Niggas die behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I don't really want to put too much into it because I'm not even GD, and I'm not really not. It's not really my thing to enforce the disrespect on them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time. Cause I mean, that's what I come from having to do shit like that, drop rates and shit like that. But me, I am now, I can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You might catch me slipping there now and then because it's in me. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like who I try to be, that ain't me. But I'm entitled to do that though, because this is who I've been into it with. These my ops, literally. You know what I'm saying? My homies die behind this shit. They homies die behind this shit. That's my beef. Now him. It's some whole other. It's really lame.
So it's just him doing it out of because he likes Dirk and Chief.
Yeah, it's just like him not even minding his business really, and it's like that ain't no shit where you just get involved in it. You know, say something. I mean, but you gotta look, man. It's Lil Pump. He do all type of wild, say all type of wild shit. He young, 18. He enjoying the fruits of his labor. It's like what you expect from him. You know what I'm saying? I can't really sit and act like I just hate him for it. That's Lil Pump. When he's like, yeah, boy, you seen Lil Pump dropping the rakes and that's Lil Pump shit. That's the type of shit he be on. You know? I'm just glad it wasn't nothing that I actually gave a fuck about. See, GD shit is like, I've been into it with him. I respect a lot of GDs now, but I can't enforce no rules on what the fuck they got going on. I can't get mad at Lil Pump for dropping they shit. Now, he would have cracked some trays and goddamn it.
Is that what it's called to disrespect the BDs?
Yeah, he would have did. It would have been a whole nother feeling from a whole lot of motherfuckers. But it's like, man, shit, let phone them handle that shit.
All right. Shit, off camera, man. I was talking to you about the gang injunctions.
Mm-hmm.
So in Chicago, you guys don't have no gang injunctions.
No, hell no. The closest thing we got to a gang injunction is if you both on parole, y'all can't be around each other. Like y'all both felons, y'all can be around each other. But if y'all literally on parole, like y'all on papers at this time, y'all cannot hang together. But it's like nobody really enforces that. From what you told me, this is some shit that's really being enforced. This gang junction shit, people going to jail from being in the same hood and being around each other, and your first offense is 6 months.
Yeah. So for the people that probably are watching that don't know, in Cali we got gang injunctions. So like when your hood gets put on a gang injunction, they'll map out your territory,
Mm-hmm.
and so basically if you're a documented gang member, if you get caught with another documented gang member from your hood in that area, in your hood, it's like, I think the first offense is like 6 months automatically, county jail. Boom. First time. And if you get caught doing a crime in that area, it's like, I don't know if it's like 3 times or like 4 times the amount of normal time. I mean, I think once you're on, once they got you on gang injunctions, man, you can't make money off of your crimes. So like if you can't write a book. You know what I'm saying? I think dudes still rap. I don't know if they're really doing much about that, but that's the basics of it.
I just really feel like that's some unconstitutional ass shit. Like y'all really just telling the motherfucker really like who we can't hang with, and we not committing any crime. The crime is me and you standing right here.
Yeah, real shit.
Us, bro, come on, man. We've been knowing each other forever. You know what I'm saying? And y'all already want to tell us the territory not to hang in. That's kind of okay. But y'all telling me and folks we can't hang together because y'all got us documented as something, and what we documented as is where we're at right now. And then it's like, bro, 6 months. People think like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? 6 whole months? Like, bro, that's the longest 6 months ever when this for some shit like that. Like, bro, I was standing in the corner with folks, and now I'm doing 6 months. We wasn't shooting at nobody. We wasn't breaking no laws. The law was me and folks standing on the corner together.
Yeah.
And half the fucking time, how the fuck y'all know I was even standing on the corner with him, man? We just in close quarters. He could have been over there, or he could have been at this house, and I could have been at the house next door. But since y'all got us both labeled as fucking people from over here, we both finna go to jail for 6 months, man. People don't, that ain't no real shit, and that's one of the reasons, bro, why I ain't gonna lie, I try to, like, focus on a lot of good shit that goes on in my city, like, cause, bro, there's so much fucked up shit that goes on in my city, but as far as a lot of shit, it's really, like, it's laid back and lenient, not even to say, like, on our gun laws and shit, I just feel like everything is what it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be getting overly penalized for shit that when you're not harming people. Like people, like other states and new, like people that's running for district attorney and shit, they want to try to make our laws be like New Jersey laws and shit, where in certain counties you don't even have a bond system. You go to jail for shit and the judges at their discretion when they can let you out. Or they want to have the 3-strike rule in our city, or they want to have overly extended ass jail sentences for shit that's not even, they want to make anything to do with a gun violent. But bro, if I have a gun, I thought when you hurt somebody, that's violent. You know what I'm saying? People try to make a gun that's the automatic violent offense because it's a gun. If I never shoot this gun, if I never pull this trigger, this gun will never hurt nobody ever. So how is it violent? I'm more violent to the gun than the gun is to me. Because without the gun, without me, the gun will never work. But I can do something else violent without this gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, with a lot of this shit, I just feel like for the most part, our laws is what they supposed to be. Now people, because we so fucked up and we so hot, people want to come change the laws and make it shit more strict. But at the end of the day, bro, I just feel like a lot of shit that people trying to penalize people for is the reason why the judicial system is fucked up in the first place. A lot of jails is overcrowded. And a lot of people don't fuck with the police at all. Because everything the child stands for is just to convict, harm, and hurt us. Y'all don't got shit set up for a motherfucker. Y'all trying to lock us up for standing outside together. Y'all literally can't do shit else to keep us off the street, so y'all locking us up for standing out here. We ain't sold drugs, we ain't shot a gun, we ain't killed nobody, we ain't did nothing but stand over here. And since we standing over here, we gotta go do 6 months in the county. And fucking, from what I heard, LA County got 20-some thousand inmates in it, bro. If we talking about boys and girls, it's like 20-some thousand inmates, bro. Literally. How the fuck could y'all even, where y'all room at for this type of shit that y'all doing, bro? That's just like when people that they take, what they trying to do now with our shit. They want to make anybody that come in jail for a gun automatically don't have a bond. Bro, niggas go to jail for guns in our state every day, all day. You gonna fill jail up for half these cases, they gonna beat them anyway. Then when they beat them, they gonna sue y'all unless y'all gonna owe these niggas money. Cause pipe cases the easiest shit to beat. I see that now. Y'all gonna hold all these niggas in jail for shit. They gonna beat their case, get out and sue y'all for inhumane living and false accusations. Y'all gonna be paying out millions of dollars a year, and y'all just gonna be fucked. Y'all should have let these little niggas bond out, man. Why the fuck are you trying to hold people for toting a gun, man? What the fuck? You wanna hold them in jail for what? It's lit, bro. Everybody got a gun. They arrest, bro. I don't even know how many people get arrested in Cook County for a gun every day, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds.
And now they're trying to make a law to where if you get caught with a gun, you can't.
Yes, you can't
bail out.
Can't bail out. Like, cause I be in New Jersey, and in certain counties in New Jersey, they don't have a bond system. Period. So if you go to jail for anything, the judge is gonna just. It depends. If it's minor, they might let you right out. You might come back in a week or so. If it's major, you might be locked up to however long.
Really?
Yes,
That's
bro.
crazy.
However long. It could be going on for months and months, bro. But the judge can let you out when they feel. It's not like no consideration. Yes, sir. And he was It's at the judge's discretion completely. It ain't no, oh yeah, he gonna go to bond court, he gonna get a bond, then he gonna go see his regular judge like our system. No. These motherfuckers, like, we do process for a bond every time. Anybody that go to court, you're gonna have to go to bond court before anything. Bond court is your first court date. Ain't no, I gotta go see the judge. No, you gotta go to bond judge. She gotta give you a bond, or he gotta give you a bond first. Or he might give you a no bond. Depending on if you already on probation when you catch this new case, you might have a probation hold. And you might have to get a no bond to go see your probation judge because to see what they gonna do to you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, you gonna get a bond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some real live crazy stipulations, but just like at their discretion. Even you going to bond court and getting a no bond is still a privilege, bro. I mean, not a privilege. It's still by law something that's gonna happen. Like these niggas ain't even getting a choice or option to have a bond, like to even get denied for a bond. They literally going in there and they knowing like, damn, I'm finna be in this bitch till whenever the judge wanna let me out. That's bogus as hell. And people be wondering why the fuck people always getting out tweaking.
Yeah.
Cause motherfuckers see that type of shit while they in jail, and then they ain't gonna just change into a new person overnight. So now, motherfuckers getting out like with that I ain't going back for nobody mentality. And then you try to lock them up, police get killed, bad situations happens, people get on chases and end up killing innocent people. You know what I'm saying? All that because y'all trying to lock us up with basically little to none, and motherfuckers that been in jail, they ain't trying to go back to that shit, bro. For this, y'all finna lock me up and I ain't gonna know when I get out. Like, I don't know when. But, bro, any man, 9-12 pull me over, I'm shooting. This what goes on. Because this is little niggas out there don't get no fuck. So it's like, you gotta weigh your options, bro. You wanna get your officers shot at and killed? You want innocent bystanders getting hit and shit and killed because people getting on chases and shit? How you see Atlanta, they just had the whole pass a law where the police cannot chase people no more.
I seen that.
They can't chase them. They cannot chase them. All because they chased some niggas and they end up killing, and I don't know if it was the police or the people they was being chased, but they end up killing 2 innocent people. So now the whole Atlanta County, they gotta pass it that way. We can't chase you no more, bro. If you whack a nigga and you start that Hellcat up, it is what it is, man. Because innocent people is in the middle of this shit too, bro. And they always want to get the short end of the stick because they ain't got shit to do with that. So you just, this is just fucked up. And I be feeling like I need to become a lawyer sometimes because I really hate that shit, bro. And I done been a nigga on both sides, like literally, like I always been more fortunate, but I could just think about my homies who don't got lawyers and got to deal with a lot of shit and just deal with a lot of unfair shit because they ain't got the right people fighting for them. That shit ain't right, bro. Them people really do anything to you, folks. Anything. And they get paid.
They get paid to fake like they helping you.
Yeah, they get paid to like, bro, y'all making $150 off each inmate every day and it's 12,000 us in here. Yet y'all got us eating all type of bogus ass food. Y'all ain't really putting no real money in the shit. That's why the niggas that's doing all this shit, that got the top spots in this shit, these motherfuckers is eating. They eating, man. I was looking up some shit, bro. It's all type of major fucking companies they say that take part in correction facilities, bro. They talking about all the type of people, the Jordan brand, Sony, all type of people, bro. It's hella money in locking people up.
Yeah.
Yet y'all put us in the worst fucking conditions, bro. Y'all got us. Y'all don't put no money. It ain't nothing state of the art in jail. It's nothing. It's not the state of the art in jail. Most of the shit that's in jail been in jail since before you was born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or especially in our jail 100 and some years old. Cook County jail old
so
as
it's
fuck.
probably fucked up.
Ain't shit new in there but Division 8. Everything else been in that bitch since Al Capone, man. They just had to close down Division 1 because that motherfucker was so old. It still had bars, the burglar bars. I mean, not burglar bars, it still had the bars like in the early 1900s.
Like the movies and
shit.
shit.
Yeah, that shit still had the bars. You know they ain't doing that shit like that no more in the counties. You know what I'm saying? They got bars in that bitch. Boy, man, big ass rats, all type of shit, man. It's very inhumane. You know what I'm saying? So, it's weird, bro.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Anything you want to plug? What you working on musically?
Man, I just dropped a new tape. My brothers keep it too. Y'all go get that. Got some features on that bitch. Ben Hunt, Izzy, my nigga from Baltimore, Crip homie. Got my nigga, one motherfucking dog, my broski, Polo G on there. You know what I'm saying? Got my nigga 1K 1000, you know what I'm saying? From the A. We lit that bitch up. It's going crazy. What else I want to promote? Shit. Shout out to my nigga Johnny Bang Bang, man. Bang, you know, and his clothing line with the shits, you know. Smush line. Shout out to my nigga Chicago King Dave, you know what I'm saying, in the fuck fame movement, what he doing. And, you know, just shout out to everybody doing their thing on some right shit. You know
For sure. I appreciate you, man. Dope interview, man.
You know, it's always love when we link, man, you know.
Definitely, bro. All right, man.
Yeah.